But you're not doing me well. Oh my word.
We just let you again. You forgot you on TV. Alright, I promise we're going to laugh a lot on the program. Okay, Tiwari, let me stop TV.
Okay, thank
She
you.
needs money, please. We all
I do.
need-
We all do, please.
We all need money. Now, truly, who is Tiwari? To describe you, I can tell that you're bubbly and you're fun and your presence. You just walk into a room and the whole place just lights up. Everybody
thank
wants
you.
to be friends with you. But like you guys, a public persona, are you really like that when you're home, or you're just very introverted and just want to get alone? Because that happens
I'm
when you're
highly
in a
introverted.
creative space,
Highly introverted. Highly. I know I can switch it up.
right?
I know I can. But I think my default is to be alone, to be by myself, to do things just at my pace and to do things quietly. You ask me what I do for hobbies, I like to watch TV, I like to read, listen to music. So I do things that are indoorsy as opposed to I do
Going
that
on
too.
roller coaster rides, you're like,
I like roller coasters.
You do?
No, I do.
Like
I
the
do. They're
one
fun.
that you turn around. Are you for real?
I like them. Okay, cool. So yeah, I like that too. But my default is to be indoors and to do things quietly.
Is it true that people who are creative tend to be in battle with mental health?
I think so. Let me not say I think so. I can't speak for all creative people, but I think there's an element to that because creative people, their minds are constantly moving, and it's possible that everyone battles with mental health to some degree, and everybody needs, I believe, some form of therapy, whether we like to admit it or not.
Whether you're talking to your pastor
Yes.
or to your spouse.
Yes, some form of yes.
therapy, yeah.
I believe it's so. Creative people are not exempt from that.
Okay, so you being someone who likes to encourage and motivate people, we're going to that line now. How do you get people to come out of their shell and confide in you and tell you maybe what they are saying is silly or not serious enough?
Okay.
And how do you encourage them that they don't do anything to harm themselves afterwards?
Oh,
Because I was trying to look for the right words.
Make people come to me and gauge what their challenges might be and try and give advice in that direction. I'm a very non-judgmental person, so whatever you want to tell me, I'm listening. Because for the most part, I think so the way my mind works, I don't know if it's also a creative thing. My mind can go to worst case scenarios at every point in time.
Okay, when somebody tells you, I want to talk to you,
I have.
the worst.
Oh my God! I've created so many terrible
tell you
situations.
something, say, oh,
It's not even that great. Do you understand?
I get it.
Exactly.
Right.
So by the time you're telling me what it is, it's not that bad. Even if it's bad,
it's bad,
I just because I know this in this life, things happen.
Right.
Things happen. So I'm not judgmental. That's for the people who know me. I don't know what this is about.
Okay, Duari. Now, you are a mulatto, like a fine.
I'm not mulatto. 100% Nigerian. 100%.
Okay, you are 100% Nigerian, but you're so light
skin
and beautiful and.
So are you. So are you. So are you.
Calm down.
So are you.
I'm
not a girl.
No, I know, I'm not a girl. I know. Now you know where I'm going to.
I know where
she's
you're
trying
going.
to block
Trying
me.
to deflect. Yeah.
Right. So, are you married, single, engaged, dating? It's complicated. What's the situation? Have
I'm
options?
single.
What?
I'm single.
Please take her off the market. Single searching, ready to mingle.
I'm single. Let's leave it at that.
See that touch, like Yvonne, I'm warning you. I can't say that on TV.
Oh my word.
So that's what she just did. I'm warning you. Just leave it at that. Okay, so we'll move forward because I need to maintain the relationship after the interview. We need to go on a quick break. And when we come back, Tiwari is still here. In fact, she's going to sing us in. So we'll be right back. Enjoy.
You don't know how much I need you, know. shaking me up. Oh, I'm getting high. The feeling I get all about me when you're around me, baby. Like autopilot, ooh, headed for the moon. You got me all so inspired, and then I'm empowered. I puppy, don't you know? It's from my soul. You are love to me. You got my heart pumping. You are love to me, baby, baby. Yeah. You are love to me. You got my heart pumping. You are love to me, baby, baby. Although the fact, the way that my being reacts when you call, I can't explain. With you I wanna share my heart, my life, my soul, my mind, my all. Am I insane? The feeling I get all about me when you're around me, baby. Like autopilot, headed for the moon. Yeah, you got me all so inspired, and then I'm empowered. I puppy, don't you know? It's from my soul. You are love to me. You got my heart pumping. You are love to me, baby, baby. Yeah. You are love to me. You got my heart pumping. You are love to me, baby, baby. Yeah. I'm captivated, motivated. The scent of you is the cure that I'm gonna need. So just stay here with me. You're my medicine indeed. You are love to me, you are love to me. You got my heart pumping, you got my heart pumping. You are love to me, baby, baby. You are love to me. I need you, baby. You got my heart pumping. I need you, honey. You are love to me. I need you, baby, baby. You are love to me. You got my heart pumping. You are love to me. All I need is you. All I need is you. You are love to me. You got my heart pumping. You are love to me, baby, baby. Yeah. You are love to me. You got my heart pumping. You are love to me. You're my medicine, baby. Woo! You are love to me. You are love to me. You got my heart pumping. You got my heart pumping. You are love to me. Can't do without you, baby. Can't do without you, honey. You make me feel good. You make me feel strong. Hey, yeah.
What would I do without your smart mouth? Drawing me in, you pushing me out. Girl, I'm so giddy, don't know what hit me, but I'll be alright. My head's underwater, but I'm breathing fine. You're crazy and I'm out of my mind. 'Cause all of you loves all of me. Love your curves and all your edges, all your perfect imperfections. Give your all to me. I'll give my all to you. You're my end and my beginning. Even when I lose, I'm winning. 'Cause I give you all of me, yeah, and you give me all of you, yeah, yeah.
I'm not aware that I'm not even a Dude, hello. You're welcome back to Biscon Tv. And Dwight, that was beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I
Thank
said
you.
pick a song. You had to choose one of the hardest
In
songs.
fact, when I started singing, I was like, okay, maybe not, but yeah, I love the song.
Okay, and then I know you love yourself, and you have a whole lot of body positivity. Because when John Legend was singing, I said, I love all your curves and edges. You were singing to yourself, I love all my curves.
Okay, I was supposed to be singing the other one. You know, I mixed it all up. There we go.
So I was like, oh, do
I love all my curves and my edges.
She has finally confessed. I cut down, like, well done.
No, it was actually a mistake, but okay. You made it work for me. Thank you.
No, so, babes, like, your voice is very powerful. I said this before. How do you keep your voice like this? And how did you get this voice? Was it always like this? Do you do voice training? Or do you avoid, how do you keep the texture of your voice? So it's not like today you're sounding amazing and tomorrow you're sounding like something happened and couldn't, like, how does that work? Because I'm not a professional.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Okay. I do voice training in my house. Just something that I do just keep my vocal cords clear. I wouldn't say that I've had any professional training. It's just a God-given talent. But for the texture, I don't do anything about it. I think it's from years and years and years of singing. I've mastered my voice and I know how to maneuver it.
And I see the way you said deep and all of that.
Exactly. So that comes with a lot of singing over the years, a lot of practicing. So like I said, these days it's just a lot of voice training. Just keep the airwaves open so that I don't get hooked at some point. Although that happens sometimes, like if I have a cold or whatever.
That happens. You can't always have it from
Exactly.
Now, how do you find the Nigerian music scene? Because there are a billion people there.
Yeah.
Even the Nigerian Idol you went for, when you watch any of the recent auditions, you see the people that don't actually sing.
Yeah.
And you can see the people that, I don't know how to sing, but I sing better than them. And I'm like, what are these people doing there? So, how are you trying to have a niche for yourself in the midst of all this many talented singers we have right now?
Okay, so the Nigerian music scene is thriving. It's huge. It's big. Nigerians are very talented. There's a lot of talent here, and it's easy to get lost. Very easy. So going back to what we had discussed earlier before, when you were like, "Why don't I do what works? What is popular? What is selling?" A lot of people are doing that. A lot of people are doing that. There's no point in me throwing my hat into the ring and drowning, because I would probably drown, because a lot of people are doing that and they're doing it better than I could ever do it. It's true. Okay. They're doing it better than I could ever do, because Nigerian sound is not 100% one thing. It's a mixture of different things, and different experiences, different cultures, different. So if I try and follow that path, then there's a good chance that I might, go missing. So I stick to my niche of the soul, because I know that that's what would work for me, and that's what to sell, and that's what
and hopefully they will be trying to catch up with you.
Yeah, and the people who would align with that will, because it's not everyone who follows, or it's not everybody who 100% enjoys one particular type of music.
No matter how much you like one type of music, at a point you get bored.
Yes, and you want to switch it up.
Else.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So that's pretty much it.
Okay, so what are we expecting from you musically? You're about to release the EP.
Yes, EP.
Are we expecting some music videos from you as well?
Okay. So the EP is called Powered by Fear. That's out on October 14th on Apple Music, Spotify, all the Powered by Fear. So I'll tell you,
because that's a whole story on
Yep.
So
The story behind
the
that.
Story?
Powered by Fear. When I told you that for a long time I wasn't doing music, I was doing it as a hobby, and a lot of times I was hiding. I didn't want people to know I could sing. That was because I had my earlier time as a musician. I guess I felt I wasn't really appreciated as an artist, and I didn't want to do it. I was just afraid. I was afraid of trying again and failing. I was afraid of it. So for a long time I was just like, okay, I like to sing, but I don't want to know. So that fear has been there, but because the passion is still there, because the tugging is still
I
there.
never imagined you to be someone that was afraid.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
in this your bright pink, strawberry pink ensemble.
Packaging.
All I was imagining was you just climbing
Just
the
bold
stage
and
and
just
go,
firing it.
and then you're doing some sexy moves at the same time. I was like,
yeah.
that's the vibe I get when
Yeah.
I see you.
Yeah.
So for you to be talking about fear, I'm
Yeah,
like,
there's a lot of fear. There's a lot of fear
Stage
of
fright.
not performance fear. Just am I good enough?
What if
Will
I
I be
fail?
accepted? What if I fail? So
In your head,
in my head,
nobody
yeah.
had that conversation with you.
So no, but then sometimes you look at your realities and you're like, okay, so I tried to do this. Maybe I didn't reach those goals that I thought I would reach.
By now,
You know, and so I'm like, okay, and I count that as failure.
Oh.
Maybe it wasn't, but I
It
count that as
wasn't
failure.
It wasn't just your timing.
Absolutely, no, I agree with you, 100%. So,
Right.
we titled it powered by fear because it's now the fear that I'm using to propel me. I'm doing it afraid.
All right, do it afraid.
Doing it
You're
afraid.
still in church, girl.
I'm doing it afraid. I'm doing it
Right,
afraid.
right.
No, I'm a church girl. I'm a church
Right.
girl. So I'm doing it afraid. I'm using that fear instead of using the fear against me. I'm using it to empower me to work for me. So that's basically what that is.
Awesome.
So that's out on October 14th.
Right.
So you guys should go there and stream.
And you're basically, I need you to just talk to somebody who's listening to you right now, who is afraid of going to that career, pursuing that thing, leaving. Okay, because I remember at a point I wasn't here on Biscon for a whole year.
Okay.
And to some people, it might be a sense of failure. But the thing is, it's not about how many times you fail, it's about how many times you get up and go back and do what you're passionate about. That thing you can do whether they pay you or they don't pay you for.
Yeah.
So I need to talk to somebody who is watching and who they're scared. Then maybe they're not only themselves, but other people have told them you can never amount to anything, you will never succeed. And maybe there's even like a corporate, like an office gang up against the person, not giving them chance to breathe and flourish. Do you understand what I mean? You've been there.
No, I have. That's why I smiled. That's why I smiled. Yeah.
And I have been there, right? So we're not talking from textbooks, we're talking about from real life experiences. So what do you tell to that person right now? Because I told you I was going to give you an opportunity
You said so.
Yeah, so talk to them.
For me, that's the thing that keeps me going when everything else fails. Just having that higher being. I don't know if you're a Christian or a Muslim, I don't know what your faith is, but having faith in that higher power that lets you know that you didn't put yourself here on earth and you didn't create yourself. So you just know that there's someone out there that is guiding and leading you. No matter how difficult it is, don't let the factors that are surrounding you dictate how you make your next move. If you believe in something, stick to it. It might not be difficult, it might not be easy, but it is going to pay off in the end. Just keep your faith and continue to trust in that higher power, continue to trust in God. That's my own advice and my own encouragement, because that's how I encourage myself. So even if you feel you have failed in something, try again.
Even if you failed 1,000 times,
just try again. As long as you're alive, just keep trying. Even if you feel like you use an example about a corporate gang up, trust me, I understand that because I've also been there. Just keep going. Just do your thing and continue to have your faith and keep your faith and your focus on God.
Can we believe that she's single? I'm very keen. She's fine and intelligent and sweet and a hard worker and decent and everything. You're simple. Please, because that's me.
Guys, my hashtag is not my hashtag. My socials is Diwari Music, so you can follow me DIWARI Music all across Twitter. No, it's not Twitter anymore. It's X now.
X.
On Instagram.
See, leave it
TikTok,
for us in Nigeria. You will always be
Twitter
because
Facebook.
PACN, we still call it what, NEPA.
We still call it NEPA. It's true.
So hey, Thank you so much for coming on Biscon Tv.
Thank you for having me.
We had so much fun. I promised it was going to be fun. Now, before I let you go, you're still going to sing for us.
Okay.
Oh yeah. So let's have you sing. Because your music video was The Young Shall Grow, right?
Yeah, that was 10 years ago, man. That song. That was when I was with my record label at the time. Yeah, so that was right shortly after I came off Nigerian Idol. I got signed to a label and we shot that video in Dublin several years ago.
Okay, Dublin in the UK.
In Ireland, yes. Yeah, that was.
What label are you with now?
I'm not with any label. I'm independent. 100%. That's why I say I need money. Nobody's.
Why are you looking at? Am I the one I'm going to give?
Because you're telling people that I'm rich when I'm not.
She needs money because I am not going to give her the money she needs.
Exactly. So no, I'm not with a label. I'm what's it called? An indie artist.
Okay, awesome. So we need you to like sing those out of the studio.
Okay, so I'll sing the song from that video. Iwa Logumi, you got my heart pumping. Iwa Logumi, baby, baby, yeah. Iwa Logumi, you got my heart pumping. Iwa Logumi, baby, baby, yeah, yeah.
From 10 years ago, I used to remember. Of course, you remember the lyrics because it's your baby. Alright, thank you for watching Biscon Daily today. My name is Yvonne Chinoye. Thank you to the cameraman for today, Ayo. Thank you to the men in the control room and the editor, Wale and Brito. And of course, to our boss, Uncle BC. Until another episode of Biscon Daily, this is where we say bye-bye for now and stay safe.
Yes, welcome to another beautiful, exciting edition of Biscon Television Roundtable, where we talk about important trending issues in the society. I am Olakuju Achidaban. We will be right back after this break. Yes, welcome back. So I am not alone in the studio. I am with Odumide Shukaya and also. Yes, today we're going to be talking about the benefit of reunion. You know, it's a thing that, I mean, at one point in our lives we've been through that or we've heard something about it, whether for your secondary school or university level. You know, reunion, what it's about, if you're willing, if you're open, you know, to it. So we're discussing that today. So I'm going to start with Olumide today. What do you think about reunions, whether secondary school reunions or university?
Well, I think I belong to primary school reunion, secondary school reunion, and university. Reunion is basically to reunite. after a very long time, you guys come together and
With our
see
secondary school.
you guys can have anything in common, build each other up, even network, do business together. That's basically my own perception of the union. But reunion nowadays is basically just to show off, to know who out of your set has made it and those that are still even struggling. So that's basically what reunion right now is. And a lot of people frown at it. Some even have an inferiority complex because they don't measure up to their mates, and their mates are also trying to show off that okay, I'm established, especially the ones that are not even in Nigeria anymore.
Yeah.
Basically, that's it.
Okay. So, Joy, what do you think?
Well, I think it's a good move. It's for you to keep in touch, to still have that connection with your friends, your classmates. And one thing we know about for you to be able to move fast in life, it's a good connections. And these connections are built over the years from your primary school, secondary, your university. But you find out that we are humans and we don't have the same time pace to whatever it is we are going to be in future. So let's say someone in the group decides to, let me create a WhatsApp group for, personally, I am not in, we are humans, and and I feel like a lot of people are also paced to whatever it is choose. When you feel like they want you to be a part of them, but you feel like you've not measured up yet. So that inferiority complex, to be a part, because at times when you talk about reunion, especially when you have a WhatsApp group, they start talking about, they start taxing you, like you're talking about the measures of others, or when so person is getting married, you have to pay a fine. When you deaf, you have to pay a fine. Okay, we'll go for hangouts and all of that, and you know that you're not yet financially capable to do these things. It's just better you don't even, so as not to start feeling choked up, or when they start feeling like they're not doing well at all in life. So for somebody like me, it's better not to just be in that group. But basically, the whole plan or the whole mindset, so as not to say it's a good one, it's a good move. Because even when you're not doing so well, from some persons doing well, you can actually get your help. God will not come down the whole to help you. He's gifts of men. So it's so as not to your friends through those connections, so you can easily get help. Actually, being in such platforms is actually the easiest place to get help. Easiest, because these people is a body, so they understand that people are going through a lot of things. So you are relocating to another state, and then you just chat the admin off and be like, "Oh, I'm relocating. I got a job. Please come." Very fast, they get it done for you. That's actually yes, they get it done for you. So it's actually easier to get help from these platforms, and that's the whole essence of reunion. But like he already mentioned, some people see it as an avenue to showcase that, oh, I'm now doing better than you and all of that, and that kills the whole essence of the reunion itself.
Okay, now let us talk about that, because why is
I'm now doing
I think I'm better than you, and I don't think I'm doing well to these people. Why is there that air around reunion? I thought it's supposed to be
it's a personal
let us talk
thing.
about that.
It's a personal thing. There are some people that feel like they have something to prove.
Right.
Talking about maybe their experience back in school. Maybe that particular person is someone that is a personal, by teachers, by classmates. You don't know anything. So, and eventually such a person gets successful. You want to let people know that, see, I might not be academically sound, but I've turned out well and good and all of that. So they're actually classmates that don't know anything. So, and they're just waiting to be successful to bring it out. And that's like an avenue for them. It's a personal thing. While some people see it as while some people that are emotional see it as like classmates, you don't know anything. Platform, so and then you know what? Oh, I've missed this person's face. Oh, I want to see how grown this person is.
Yeah.
Oh, I really love this person. While some people see it as so it's a personal thing. While you also see another one that yes, she also wants to be part of this thing, but her plans have not. His or her plans have not aligned. Oh, I want to see how grown just stay low. Really love this person. Your other classmates don't really care. They just want you there. But because you are human, you know, because you don't want to be seen as a failure, you just decide to just, you know what, then just stay low for now. So it's a personal thing.
Okay. Do you think it's a personal thing or?
I think it's a personal thing, and also it's not everybody that outgrows certain behaviors.
Yeah.
When you guys reunite and everything, some people still have old grudges, old feelings. Yes. I think it's a personal thing, and also it's not everybody has reunited you. It brings up certain buried emotions.
Yeah.
I mean, the first time we had our reunion in our WhatsApp group, fireworks went off. We clashed. There were a lot of clashes, left, right.
Imagine if it was a physical one.
Some people left the group, some people came back, some people went. I mean, it was fireworks. And later we had to calm down. Now people don't
Was it a
really
university or not?
talk. University. Now people don't really talk in that group anymore. And I'm not surprised. A lot of people just want to lay low, don't say the wrong thing and upset someone else. So, you know, the group right now is very boring. People just post pictures here and there once in a while. Sometimes I just, you know, check in the group and do so many things. And sometimes when I feel the group is dry, I just bring up something we can argue about just to keep the group going.
And then what happens when you bring up something?
Some people respond, but not all. Some are muted, checking the group. The group. So I mean, that's how it is.
So the people that respond to you, are they people that you're close with when you're in school, or just random? Just random.
Random. Not all of them. You know, the funniest thing is most of them are not even in the country. So some of them see it as a way of showing.
You, are they people that?
Yes. You know, there was an argument we had one time, and someone said, "Well, I don't blame you people because you people are not staying in Nigeria. That's why."
That's a lot.
You know, that's why you can say this about us living in Nigeria. You mean so? I mean, that didn't go down well.
Yeah.
People attacked him and everything, and at the point he left the group. So it's always happening like that. Some people have. Oh, I remember two ladies. They went at each other. And all of us in that group, we knew that right from school they never liked each other. So I mean,
up till now,
they reconnected and continued where they stopped. But they settled the scores and everybody went. Everybody are okay. So that's how, you know, reunion. It's not everybody that will actually like you. Then sometimes you meet some people and you actually even recall where they stopped. People you are not cool with when you are in school. They settled guys around and everyone. There was a particular lady, I don't know for what reason, we were not just cool. But when we reconnected, we became close. It happens that way.
Yeah.
So it means some people have outgrown, some people have, you know, matured, some people see life differently, while some still, you know, have that stagnant mentality.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay, so have you had any?
So it means some people have
apart from the online reunion, have you had any
matured, some people see
reunion before that for secondary school?
we were supposed to, but I guess we were not united. We've been planning a reunion party. Even last year, December, we were supposed to have a reunion party. In fact, in two locations, one in Nigeria, one abroad. We tried.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
We tried and tried and tried, but I tell you, so nobody is interested in it.
It's not always easy, you know, trying to bring people together. It's not always easy at all because it's not always easy. And we also tried it in our group, you know, it got to an extent and we were like, okay, you know what, in each state, you know, in fact, we were like, okay, this is a secondary school reunion. And we said, okay, those in Lagos should have theirs in Lagos, those in Enugu should have theirs there. You know, but we find out that even those in Lagos, we were not able to bring, you know, in fact, us together, you know. So at times our reunions are say there is a celebration, say a wedding, and then she invites us, and we're like, oh, okay, let me grace this occasion. Then get to meet them, say a naming, stuff like that. But hangout, proper reunion hangout, it's always very, very difficult. And the only time that you see that, okay, it actually comes to actualization is when these sets are older, say the married ones, because I've seen a lot of reunion from government schools, set of 1970, 1990. So when they are much older, they are now grandparents, they're now parents. So at that point in time, say they're bored, say their kids are grown, they're home. So set up to now bring them together. They would want to come. But right now, for youths, everyone is struggling, everyone wants to meet up, everyone is trying to beat this or that. So it will be difficult to actually bring people together.
Right.
Then for the Gen Z, it will be very easy to bring them together. Very easy, because it's the Gen Zs right now. This is the social media time. They actually love. Most of them are extroverts. They actually love hanging out, love going out. They want to go to places where they'll take nice pictures, good food, nice ambience and all of that. So it's easy to bring love Gen Zs together. So I don't think for them hanging out, love going out so hard. But for youths, it's difficult, because the late 20s, early 30s, Gen Z is together. Difficult life stage, very difficult phase, where you're trying to discover yourself, for some,
and not go broke.
And not go broke. For some in their early 20s, they discover their purpose, family is there to support, they found their line, while for a whole lot, they are yet to discover what exactly it is they are here to do. So they are struggling between passion, purpose, bills, this, that, trying to build a relationship, trying to make money, So it's a very difficult phase. You're struggling with, you're getting older, you've not achieved this, somebody that's younger has made this. You're struggling to build a relationship, trying to of this age bracket together for a reunion. That's where you see the ego, those that want to show themselves off. That's where you see those that are struggling. Younger has made this. They're struggling with a lot. That's the age bracket where you see this. So it's not easy. But for the Gen Z, say they just left secondary school waiting for admission, it's easy to bring them together for reunion. And for the older ones, it's also easy to bring them together. That's the age bracket.
Well, I guess yes, said it all. I mean, reunions. But I think reunions should even be a way of you helping each other to network and so many things. Because, I mean, that's the essence. But reunions nowadays is just all about made it, I have 2 cars, I bought houses, and what are you doing? Just to know that, okay, this person has not made it in life, okay, I'm okay. That's just it. But it should go beyond that. And I also agree with that, saying that it's people of maybe late 40s, 50s that really would take that reunion serious.
Yes, I think so too, because I noticed that it's not even when they're in their old age, but you see that after
it's people of maybe
or whatever, they still have this old girls association, whatever, they come together then to now, and when they have kids, grandkids, I went for a particular birthday like a few months ago, schoolmates were there since secondary school, and whatever, so we were there, and we're talking about the fact that, okay, we're there for this person's birthday, this person's graduation, so it's a long time coming. But why is it that now, to bring people now together, it's hard?
Different people with different ideas, some are still stubborn, some don't even like each other, and they pretend to, just one little thing that will set them.
Why is it that?
So it's not always easy. It's not always easy. And Nigerians are one of the hardest people to control. You can set a rule and trust me. Some don't even like. So even in our group, we always set rules. Do not do this, do not do this.
That is exactly.
Easy. And you know, it's not easy. It's not easy. I mean, even the admins, they fall short sometimes. But
Yeah.
what will you do? At the point, we just went silent. And all of do not do silent.
That is exactly.
Let's say how it's not
Do you
easy.
think there would ever be a time when you guys will come together to have this reunion?
Everyone will have grandkids.
Mhm.
We are bored.
And
We are bored. We have a lot of free time, nothing to do anymore.
Wow.
Yes, no.
and I also feel like another function that can easily bring people together is when there is a loss of someone.
Yeah.
You know, because if I don't know, I feel it just comes natural to us. Like it's easier to write RIP than check up on you and say how are you doing?
Yes.
You know, I think I told an old colleague of mine that weeks ago when I was really, really sick, and he was aware. You know, when I recovered and I reached out and I'm like, oh, what's it? Yeah, oh, I'm so sorry that I could not. I said, no problem. But if something had happened, it would be very easy, you know, to just write RIP, oh, she was such a lovely person and stuff like that. It would be very easy. So I think because the death of someone brings people to a realization that, see, we won't be here forever. It hits hard.
Yeah.
So it's always easy for people to come together for such an occasion. When you say you're having your wedding, one can decide not to come because maybe the person is still single.
Yeah.
You know, so you feel like, when I go there now, maybe this person will go there. Then maybe you reach out to a couple of others and this will say, yes, I'll be going with my husband. Oh, my husband is not available. I'll go with my child. And you're still single. You can decide and be like, I'm not going. You know,
Well, you can pull up with your single friends too, right?
No, since we're talking about it being a reunion now,
right.
okay? So you can decide to actually go with a single friend to just keep you company, but that will not take away the fact that you will feel somehow, you feel left out in what is happening in other people's lives. Do you understand? Or say it's a naming ceremony and this one say, I would have gone, but I just gave birth. Or this one say, my husband said I shouldn't go because of my health or something like that. You know, and you're there, you don't have a child, you're single. Yes, you might be doing well financially, but then we know that these things are important. Their life stages are important. You can decide not to go. But when it has to do with the death of somebody, no one cares if you're married or not. No one cares if you're rich or not. No one cares if you come in rags or with the most expensive clothes. Nobody cares. Everybody is concerned about the fact that so we've actually lost this person. So we would not see this person again. So no matter what it is you are doing or how you are in life, you would want to be there.
Yeah.
So that's another it's bad, but then that's just the reality of life. That is something that you don't even necessarily need to force people to come.
Right.
As far as they're in that state,
Of course.
they will come. They definitely come. But aside that, the other battles that people face determines if that reunion will hold or not. So,
At least one good thing about reunion groups and all that is when you want to solicit for help or something, I think that people will come gather around and help you.
yeah.
So that's one of the benefits I know that I've seen that's happened, and I know that yes, this is actually working. A couple of we had a lady who went for surgery, and we all came together to donate for her. So it's a very good cause. I think even if you don't benefit any other thing, if it's just that,
Yeah.
I mean, it's something.
That's one thing I know. They turn up when someone is in their need and it's been verified that okay, this particular person is in their need. They turn up. They don't fail to. So in that case, it's not a matter of. It's just similar to losing someone, because at that point in time, nobody is concerned about, because we are not seeing physically, right? It's when you are coming out to see physically that you'll be bothered about what would I wear so that I won't look like I don't have all that. But this time around, it's somebody in their need. So everybody comes out. Even those that are below par will come out and say, okay, see my 2,000 naira contribution, see my this. So they all understand. So that's one very good advantage of reunion via social media like WhatsApp. They help. That's like your go-to place to seek for help, even before going to maybe your best friend that might have another best friend that will spill. But this time around, you are with people that understand that you're in their need and they are ever ready to help.
Okay.
Ever ready.
Already quite a lot. You read everything. I mean, it's there. The benefits. It's a lot. Coming together, and it might not happen for the physical aspect for a while, but coming together under one social media platform and helping out your other former colleagues, former classmates. It's very, very, very important. So, thank you for joining us on today's episode of Biscon Television Roundtable. Do not forget to download the Biscon TV app on your Android devices or on your iOS devices, or you can also visit our YouTube channel because you get all the latest update there. So I'll see you next time. I remain Olapeju Ajidawa.
Many thanks for joining us again on the News Hour on Biscon Television. I'm Stella Opara. First, the headlines. On the national scene, President Tinubu appoints Fela Durotoye and others as presidential media aides. Ondo Deputy Governor's application withdrawing suit for ruling October 16. In business news, Nigeria will become net exporter of petroleum products in 2024, says NNPC. On the foreign scene, more than 1,000 dead in Afghanistan quake as villagers dig for survivors. And in the world of sport, Bukayo Saka ruled out of England games through injury. Now the news in full. President Bola Tinubu Monday approved the appointment of Fela Durotoye and 4 others as members of the Presidential Advisory Team. Durotoye is appointed as Senior Special Assistant to the President, National Values and Social Justice. This was disclosed in a release by the Special Assistant to the President on Media and Publicity, Ajurin Gelali. Others appointed members of the Presidential Advisory Team include Mr. Frederick Nwabofo, Senior Special Assistant to the President on Public Engagement; Mrs. Linda Nwabowa Ahigbe, Senior Special Assistant to the President on Strategic Communications; Mr. Liu Aldun, Special Assistant to the President on Public Affairs; and Mr. Francis Ada Abba, Personal Assistant to the President on Special Duties. The Kano State government on Monday began the distribution of 52,000 bags of rice and 52,000 bags of maize palliative to the most vulnerable persons across the 44 local government areas in the state. Speaking while flagging off the distribution, Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf warned the distribution committee members against benefiting from the food items. He said the items are specifically for some identified persons. As such, committee members, journalists, security agents, and civil servants are not eligible to benefit from the palliatives. He said the palliatives would only help to cushion the effect of subsidy removal, adding that it would go a long way in alleviating the sufferings of the masses occasioned by subsidy removal. He explained that this is the second time the items are distributed to selected vulnerable groups for 484 wards across the 44 local government areas in the state. He further added that the committee, comprising community and religious leaders amongst others, was set up not only to oversee the distribution, but also to ensure that the items reached the targeted groups. Now, a federal high court sitting in Abuja on Monday fixed October 16 to rule on the application filed by the Deputy Governor of Ondo State, Lucky Ayedatowa, to withdraw the case instituted against the State House of Assembly and others. Ayedatowa had in a motion sued the Inspector General of Police, the Department of State Services, the Governor of Ondo State, Speaker of the House of Assembly, Chief Judge of Ondo State and the House of Assembly. He had sought an order of interim injunction restraining Governor Rotimi Akeredolu, his servants or privies from harassing, intimidating, embarrassing and preventing him from carrying out the functions of his office as Deputy Governor of the state. The court, however, granted his prayers and adjourned the matter till October 9. At the proceedings today, the counsel for the Deputy Governor, Ebonlu Adegboruwa, told the court that the national chairman of the APC, Abdullahi Ganduje, set up a reconciliation committee on October 6, 2023, to mediate the dispute between some of the parties to the suit. He added that going ahead with the court proceedings could affect the parties' efforts. Now in Lagos State, the state government on Monday said Ladipo Market was yet to be reopened. According to a release signed by Director of Public Affairs, Mrs. Kadri Folashade, the market had yet to perfect some environmental and safety conditions required before recommencing business activities. The Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Lagos Waste Management Authority, Dr. Muyiwa Gbadigashin, who made the clarification, noted that the market remained closed because it was observed that its management had not fully met stipulated mandatory safety and environmental measures earlier outlined by the authority. Gbadigashi added that while several markets had successfully met the outlined safety requirements and had been permitted to resume business, Ladipo Market would also be reopened to business activities once it passed the requisite safety audit. However, Oyigbo, Ile-Epo, Oke-Odo and Alamotu markets have all been reopened, according to reports. In another story, the Executive Secretary of the Nigeria Christian Pilgrims Commission, Reverend Yakobo Pam, has assured intending consular and self-sponsored pilgrims that their safety remained a top priority of the Commission. This was disclosed in a statement signed by NCPC's Head of Media and Public Relations, Celestine Toruka, and obtained by Newsman on Monday. Pam, who was speaking at an orientation program for the intending pilgrims for the last batch of the Easter pilgrimage completion exercise to Israel and Jordan, said the fifth batch of pilgrims who had recently undergone the same exercise had successfully crossed over to Amman, Jordan, and will arrive in Nigeria today. Addressing the security situation in Israel, the NCPC boss stated that the current fragile security situation in Israel is majorly being felt in southern Israel, which is not within the pilgrimage circle. Pam reassured the pilgrims that their safety is of paramount concern to the Commission, while disclosing that their journey would commence on the 10th of October 2023 and would arrive in Amman, Jordan on the 11th, where they would spend 4 days before proceeding to Israel, depending on the security situation by then. The Commission cautioned the intending pilgrims to desist from any negative tendencies that could affect the completion of their pilgrims' exercise. You're watching Biscon TV News. Coming up next is business news. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Now to business news. The Group Managing Director of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, Mele Kyari, projects that Nigeria will become a net exporter of petroleum products by next year. Speaking at the Pengasan Energy and Labour Summit 2023 in Abuja, Kyari said as a resource-dependent country, Nigeria should now be exporting 100% of its crude as it does at present. According to him, this means Nigerians will have sufficient volumes in the country and those that can leave the country. The NNPC boss, however, made it clear that refining crude oil in the country would not necessarily bring down the local price of petrol, which he said was controlled by the international price. Government-owned refineries have been moribund for years, but the federal government has assured Nigerians that some of the refineries will become functional again soon as part of efforts to end importation of petrol into the country. During an inspection tour of the rehabilitation work progress at the Port Harcourt Refining Company Limited plant in Port Harcourt, the Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Senator Heineken Lupobiri, said the Port Harcourt refinery will be back on stream by December. Also, the Dangote refinery is expected to start production soon, which will see more crude refined in the country. You're still watching Biscon TV News. Up next is foreign news. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Now to foreign news. Rescuers are digging for survivors of a powerful earthquake that flattened whole villages in Afghanistan, killing more than 1,000 people. The 6.3 magnitude quake struck Saturday morning in Herat province, a barren landscape dotted with mud brick homes. Villagers are still using shovels and bare hands to search for more than 500 people missing, the UN says. Aid, delayed by blocked routes and communication lines being down, only started to trickle in on Monday. There are fears the death toll could be much higher. The quake hits Zindajan, a rural district some 40 kilometers from Herat city, where 100% of homes are estimated to have been completely destroyed, according to the United Nations Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs, OCHA. The area is also home to communities displaced by war and drought, making it difficult for the local administration to know exactly how many people have been living there. You're watching Biscon TV News. We'll take another short break, and when we come back, we'll bring you sports news. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Now to the weather sport. Bukayo Saka has been ruled out of England's double-header with Australia and Italy. Arsenal 1-0 win over Man City on Sunday, but after being evaluated by the England medical staff, was released back to his club to continue his rehabilitation. Saka limped out of Arsenal's 2-1 Champions League defeat in Lens last Tuesday, days after he had been forced off late in their 4-0 win at Bournemouth. His absence from the win over City, which took Arsenal joint top of the Premier League alongside rivals Tottenham, ended a run of 87 consecutive Premier League appearances for the winger. Manager Mikel Arteta said after the match he would not link up with England for the games over the international break, but he travelled to their East Midlands camp on Monday alongside his colleagues before he was later released. Depending on results elsewhere, should England beat Italy at Wembley next Tuesday, they could seal qualification for Euro 2024. We'll take another short break, and when we come back, we'll bring you some entertainment news. Join us again.
Time together in the house. Pearl stressed that Mercy's dedication to her faith played a pivotal role in forging a connection between them. He too shared a profound love for God. In another story, superstar Afrobeat singer Davido Adeleke gushes over the achievement of his junior colleague, Rema, in the United States of America. During a recent interview, Davido expressed shock at how calm down by Rema held it down on US charts. Davido stated that he beat his own imagination that Afrobeat has grown globally and that he's proud to see stars like Rema killing it across the globe. And that's all we have for you today on Showbiz News. Hello and welcome to Movie Trailer. Today we will be looking at the movie University of Cruise. University of Cruise, the highly awaited sitcom, has made its debut with its first episode launch. The sitcom titled University of Cruise explores the interests, pursuits, and exploits of 7 college buddies, a group of freshmen who have recently been admitted to St. Cruz University as the focus of the first episode. It provides an insight into the enthusiasm and innocence of these kids as they set off on a brand new journey, full of freedom and joy. Talented actors and actresses include Amanda Dara, Mercy Johnson, Nancy Ame, Esther Agumbiade, Scott Obilo, Vine Olugu Chisholm Onyebuiza, and Solomon Mike.
My daughter is now a student at the university.
So what's the
Florence, I hope you listen to all the advice your father and I give to you.
All I see is Kariba pasted on your forehead.
Always remember the daughter of who you are.
You don't go playing with boys there.
You guys don't know Kila. Kila is one of the hottest girls on campus.
Your name starts with letter B.
Yes.
That is to say I can be calling you
Tosin_chick. Tosin with the N. Please follow me back. Yiki, don't follow back.
Let's go enjoy ourselves.
Can I ask you something?
I'll be my leader. Let's go. Hey, shut up! I tell you, shut up, you the mad.
And that's all we have for you today on Movie Trailer.
Welcome back. And that's it on the News Hour on Biscon Television. But before we go, a recap of the major points. On the national scene, President Tinubu appoints Fela Durotoye and others as presidential media aides. Ondo Deputy Governor's application withdrawing suit for ruling October 16. In business news, Nigeria will become next exporter of petroleum products in 2024, says NNPC. On the foreign scene, more than 1,000 dead in Afghanistan quake as villagers dig for survivors. And in the world of sports, Bukayo Saka ruled out of England games through injury. And that's it on the News Hour on Biscon Television, compiled and produced by Tomiloba Bolari. I'm Stella Opara. Thank you for watching.
It's Ashwebi Festival
Gala Night 2023. Everyone is a celebrity at Ashwebi Festival Gala Night. So, come dressed in your avant-garde styled outfits designed with indigenous fabrics and textiles. Date, Thursday, 26th October 2023. Time, 5 p.m. prompt. Venue, Grand Sapphire Hotel and Banqueting, 45 Imperial Way, Croydon, CR0 4RR, United Kingdom. Get your tickets on Eventbrite. Standard £145 with £20 discount with Tap Send. Special offer, group bookings for tables of 10 plus available at £1,200. 2-hour red carpet, canapes, drinks, cocktail reception, and 3-course dinner. Crowning of the first ever Ashwebi King and Queen. Come and participate and be up for winning one of the special awards on the night. Could it be you? Live entertainment and much more. For more information, contact at ashwebifestival.co.uk, Instagram at Ashwebi Festival, or visit www.ashwebifestival.co.uk. Ashwebi Festival Gala Night. It's going to be a banger.
Bayelsa, with its many rivers, creeks, lakes, streams and the Atlantic Ocean, is a beautiful state. But these features no doubt make road construction in most areas a difficult and expensive venture. And so, in February 2020, when His Excellency Senator Doye Diri assumed office as governor, he inherited a state where the headquarters of 3 local government areas, namely Brass, Oporoma and Ekeremo, were not connected by roads and could only be accessed by traveling on water. To improve on the situation, Governor Diri's administration put together a policy aimed at providing the right quality and quantity of road infrastructure that will help propel the state's speedy development and enable its people prosper. Within 3 years, the administration awarded contracts for the construction of several roads, including the 3 senatorial roads which will link 3 of its local government headquarters to the capital city, Yenagoa. The roads, namely Nembe Brass Road for the Bayelsa East Senatorial District, Yenagoa Oporoma Road for the Central Senatorial District, and the Sagbama Keremo Road for the West Senatorial District, are all federal government roads which have remained on the drawing board for more than 60 years without getting constructed. Conscious of the fact that the absence of these major roads have contributed in a major way to holding down the state's development, Governor Diri commenced a simultaneous and aggressive execution of these road projects.
At no point in time in the history of the creation of Bayelsa State that a government has been able to embark on three major road projects, the three senatorial roads at the same time, and succeeding in delivering on the three major senatorial roads. The one for the west have been delivered, waiting for commissioning. The one for central, we have reached Angiama. The bridge is ongoing and contracts have been awarded, mobilization made for Oporoma. And for the east, the Nimbe Brass Road, 30% of the contractual amount have also been paid to the contractor.
Under the leadership of His Excellency Senator Doye Diri, Bayelsa State is now a big work site. But Governor Diri does not just sit at his desk waiting to receive briefings about ongoing projects. The quintessential leader and shrewd public administrator is regularly at work sites to monitor, give direction, and ensure that the projects are not only completed on time but also meet the prescribed standards.
So I need to see the piling going on. You understand? Yeah. Then everybody will know that work is going on. You know that it was vice president of the country that came here, so you cannot fail also. From the river, if you channel the water through those culverts, it is going to affect other communities. But if the water is flowing back to the river, it flows this way. Back to the river, that will be better. You know, when you do well, I also commend you. And the areas that you are not doing well, I will also point it out.
Yes. Your Excellency.
I know you have your own challenges, but you have to overcome those challenges. Well, by our agreement, by now you are supposed to be in a library or something, in the asphalt.
Actually, the only problem we faced was the haulage of stone base. Now we increased our fleet. We have
increased your fleet.
We have more than 40 trailers working just for this project. 40 trailers hauling every day.
Am I owing you on this project? No.
At all.
I'm not owing you.
Of course not.
So you are owing me?
Yes, we are owing you good work.
The cost implication of the roads is enormous, and in view of the low revenue portfolio of the state, only a determined leader like Governor Doye Diri, whose words are his bonds, could dare venture into undertaking these road projects. The results of this act of courage are now available for all to see. The Sagbama-Ikeremo Road, inherited from the previous administration, has been completed and in use. The 42-kilometer road, which cost over 30 billion naira, runs from Tororua in Sagbama local government area to Ikeremo main town. It has 6 bridges, culvert and spurs that lead to some adjoining communities.
For the Western Senatorial Road, the past administration started it, did a reasonable work on the road, and when the Prosperity administration came on board, the governor felt, because of the importance of the road to the people of Sagbama and Ikeremo local government areas, it must be continued. And so, we continue with the contractors. They were out of sight, but they were called back. And 6 bridges were constructed within the 2 years of the Prosperity administration on the road. Stabilization was done on some sections of it. Asphalt, stone base was placed and asphalt have been done. The 2 layers of asphalt have been laid on the road. And the length from where the Prosperity administration started to Ikeremo is 42 kilometers.
With the completion of the Sagbama-Ikeremo Road, Governor Diri has fulfilled yet another campaign promise. Over 34 communities in Sagbama and Ikeremo local government area are now getting their first ever connection on land via a road.
So suffer, now they suffer, but now, when the road come, because they enjoy the road well. Now they wear slippers. Anything when we wear am, we not dey suffer again. We can't enjoy the road. With the enter machine they go bush. With the enter motor they go bush. Before we not the enter before, but now governor try
enjoy the road well. Our cassava, we just put up for road, carry and go house. Firewood, we just put up for road, carry and go house. Well, I can well, make it the governor with president, everybody, make it go up, make God bless them well, as they do for us.
Commuters from Ekeremo have also been rescued from their awkward experience of traveling through the neighboring Delta State by water before reconnecting to their communities in Bayelsa State. With the completion of the road, Ekeremo indigents now have a sense of pride. The new road, which is a pleasure ride, has not only cut down travel distance and time, it has also reduced transport fares.
Formerly, when we were traveling from Yanangwa down to Ekeremo, we do enter vehicle from Yanangwa down to Ogbobagbene, and we paid 2,500. From Ogbobagbene down here, we paid 1,500. So it amounted to like 5,000. But now we are paying only 3,000 to reach Ekeremo main town.
Now that we have motor road, it's very, very easy. So people that are coming from Yenagoa, there's no need to pass through Delta, then back to Bayelsa again. It's just straight, just one-way journey. And even before now, when I want to buy goods, sometimes I do spend 3 days. I'll sleep in Yenagoa one day, then I'll go to Aba, then I'll come back to Yenagoa the second day, then the third day before I will reach Ekeremo. But now I'll spend only 2 days. Sometimes only 1 day. So it has also reduced my days and also the cost of production.
In a few years, indigents and commuters going to the Brass Island will also undertake a pleasure ride as aggressive work has commenced on the Nimbe Brass Road. The contractor handling the project has been paid 16 billion naira, which is 30% of the contract sum. Clearing has been done on the first phase of the road, which spans 21 kilometers, while dredging and sand filling is also ongoing.
This is the Nembe Brass project, a 21-kilometer project, including 10 bridges. Our plan is to dredge around 100,000 cubic per month in order to cover the full alignment with sharp sand before we can start proceeding to concrete works, mainly culvert works and bridge works. We promise the Bayelsans, the Nigerians and His Excellency that this road will be asphalted within 3 years.
This road that is being constructed to Brass Island by Governor Doyediri will enable people who are even scared of going to the island visit their communities. Others will go as tourists because the island has a lot of untapped resources and potentials. For us who are from that place, we will be very delighted to see the road get to that place. We know what we are passing through going to the village. As I speak with you, to charter a speedboat that carries 12 persons, to charter that boat now is 70,000. Individual transport to and fro to the island, from the to the island and back, is 12,000 per person. So the road, once it's completed, will bring all these costs down, and then it will open up the island to the rest of the world.
The third major road located in the Bayelsa Central Senatorial District is the Yenagoa and Giama Opodoma Road. Work has progressed speedily on the project. A 115 meters bridge in Agobiri is already completed and the road asphalted to kilometer 21.
This community in particular, we are very happy, and Giama, we are very happy by Governor constructing this road. Although the road was not connected to this community, but by his doing, he did it for us. The Let and Giama should also benefit, and we are benefiting now. You see this park, we are not this way before, but now you see parked motors are here, keke is here, bike is here for his good doing. So I thank God, and by the special grace of God, we will also give him our support.
Construction work on a 630-meter bridge that will connect Angiama and Opodoma has begun, and government expects that the road will be delivered on schedule.
Now, where we are standing here is at kilometer 22. And since 2020, we're starting working from Igibri, that is kilometer 11 to here. So it means in the last 2 years, we done 11 kilometers of the road, and also including the one bridge in Agobiri area. That bridge, the total length is 150 meters. And the bridge now we are working here is Angama Bridge. The total length for this bridge is 630 meters. And the next section from here, from this bridge to Oporoma and Ottawa, we still have around 10 kilometers and also 2 bridges. If everything goes smooth as we are planned, in the next 2 years we can complete this project and handing over to the government.
And very soon we'll be driving to Oporoma without any badge to cross our cars, which is the headquarters of Southern Ijaw local government area. So if that happens, we have succeeded with Ekeremo, and then we'll now succeed with Southern Ijaw. The only other headquarters left is Brass. And our policy of opening up and accessing our local government headquarters by road is about 90% complete. Particularly this bridge is so important to the people and to the government. If we achieve the construction of this bridge at record time, then we are sure of several communities that will be linked by road in Southern Ijaw local government area. So all we appeal for is their continued support in all ramifications.
Governor Diri's administration's policy of providing life-changing infrastructure is not limited to the 3 senatorial roads. For instance, the Tororua, Bolorua, Kabiama, Amatolo, Torebini Road, for which government has committed 5 billion naira, is ongoing. The Ogu Akaba Okodi Road, for which more than 4 billion naira have been paid to the contractor, is also steadily being executed, while work on Road 24 opposite Prosco has commenced. Furthermore, 20 internal roads within Yenagoa, the capital city, have been completed, while 34 other internal roads are being constructed. 30 other internal rigid pavement roads situated outside the state capital are also being worked on by the Ministry of Works and Infrastructure. The Bayelsa State government, under the leadership of His Excellency Senator Doye Diri, is also constructing projects across the state to ameliorate the impact of future floods and provide flood control mechanisms around roads and other infrastructure damaged by the unprecedented flooding that occurred last year.
The Prosperity Administration, after the floods of 2022, decided to carry out rehabilitation works on the roads that were badly damaged. And I can authoritatively say that is costing Bayelsa State government over 12 billion naira to rehabilitate the roads that were badly damaged.
Presently, 8 major roads linking several communities are also being worked on. For instance, in Ogbia local government area, one of such roads heavily impacted by the 2022 flood is the Onuebum Otuoke Road. The road was made impassable with its surface destroyed during the flood, thus exposing commuters and vehicles to needless accidents. The road is now a new construction as the old road has been excavated while sand filling is ongoing. The Yenagoa-Elebele Road has also witnessed reconstruction. Currently, the sharp bend and blind spots on the road, which often resulted into serious accidents and needless loss of lives, have been diverted to eliminate preventable accidents, while aged and rickety metal culverts along the road have now been replaced with concrete culverts. Unlike in the past, residents that live by the road will also not experience flooding of their homes, as the new culverts will allow for easy flow of water. Another road being rehabilitated by the state government following the aftermath of the 2022 flooding is Imiringi Road. 2 triple-cell culverts have been constructed at strategic points on the road to prevent it from flooding. In addition, the damaged Opokuma Road in Kolokuma-Opokuma local government area is being rehabilitated with 3 additional culverts that will evacuate water and prevent flooding of the adjacent communities.
I'm standing on the old culverts constructed few years ago by the same government, the Prosperity Administration government, under His Excellency Senator Doyediri. The new one you see here, the new culverts at the right-hand side, and 2 other ones by this same Pokmakland/Sabageria Road is constructed to help us ameliorate our suffering. This culvert, as good as it is, the volume of waters that passed through were so much that it destroyed other aspects of the road. Hence, the government thought it twice to help us by constructing these ones to see how it will not allow such repeat itself again and save the road for subsequent floods that will come. It's not only a road rehabilitation, but flood control culverts. This is what has been done here. So it's a 6-meter distance protection that has been constructed here.
Furthermore, the Amasoma Road, which was one of the most impacted during the 2022 flood, is also undergoing repairs. In addition to the existing bridges, 3 new culverts have been constructed at various points, while damaged portions of the road are being fixed. In Sagbama local government area, the Bolorua Road has also been provided with 2 culverts at the flood-prone portions of the road, while the Odi Trofani Road, which was also severed by last year's flood, has also been provided with additional culverts. The reconstruction and rehabilitation of roads across the 8 local government areas in the state is having a positive impact on the citizenry, given that it facilitates mobility, which is critical to economic development and wealth creation. Another impact is that the displacement of residents from their homes at the peak of the seasonal flood will be reduced. But the mandate of the State Ministry of Works and Infrastructure extends beyond road construction. To promote night economy and improve security, many streets within the state have also been provided with solar-powered street lights. Communities outside the capital city have also been provided with street lights. They include Amasoma, Sangana, Ayamasa, Sampo, Alebiri, Epidibi, among others. Governor Diri's administration is also executing urban renewal projects in Yenagoa to give the city an ambience of a real state capital. For instance, the urban renewal project executed at the Etegwe Tombia roundabout has turned the hitherto den of criminals into a nice sit-out space beautified with flowers. The age-long traffic gridlock along the corridor has also been eased off with the expansion and redesigning of the roundabout. The icing on the cake of the urban renewal agenda is the recent delineation of some large expanse of land in Yenagoa. The area, which forms part of the new Yenagoa city, is aimed at creating a planned, modern, beautiful and efficient city. In addition, over the last 3 years, Governor Diri's government, through the Ministry of Works, has built and completed several projects. These include the dualized Ecumenical Center Road, which is now completed. It stands as an example of the quality of roads that Governor Diri's administration is committed to providing. Lane 1, phases 1 and 2 of the Yenagoa AIT Outer Ring Road have also been completed. The Opolu-Etegwe end of DSP Alamiesia Expressway, as well as the Igbedi Road, which was recently extended by 1 kilometer, have also been completed. Others are the Judges' Quarters in Opolu, the NS Dikoli Media Complex, and the Finance House. Based on these many transformative and impactful projects, Biosense and other residents agree that in the area of works and infrastructure, Governor Doye Diri is hitting the right notes and delivering on his campaign promises. He is indeed leading his people on the path to prosperity.
It all started for me as a little girl living in GRA Ikeja. I would go to Area F police station and I would see the prisoners through the prison bars and they'll be yelling and screaming they're hungry, we've not eaten in days. So I would buy bread with butter and pure water and stick it through the prison bars to them. Naturally, I just like to help others, as I've grown up not wanting for anything in life. So fast forward to 2019 when I was in London, and I was having a conversation with my brother Tokumbo about feeding people during Christmas, as that's a time of the year when all are gathered with family and loved ones and eat like there's no tomorrow. Meanwhile, others can't enjoy a decent meal. So he said, why don't you do feeding 5,000 like the Bible? And here we are 5 years later. I am not doing this for optics, I'm doing it because it brings me immense joy to make others happy.
It's Ashwebi Festival Gala Night 2023. Everyone is a celebrity at Ashwebi Festival Gala Night. So come dressed in your avant-garde styled outfits designed with indigenous fabrics and textiles. Date Thursday 26th October 2023. Time 5 p.m. prompt. Venue Grand Sapphire Hotel and Banqueting, 45 Imperial Way, Croydon, CR0 4RR, United Kingdom. Get your tickets on Eventbrite. Standard £145 with £20 discount with Tap Send. Special offer, group bookings for tables of 10 plus available at £1,200. 2-hour red carpet, canapes, drinks, cocktail reception and 3-course dinner. Crowning of the first ever Ashwebi King and Queen. Come and participate and be up for winning one of the special awards on the night. Could it be you? Live entertainment and much more. For more information, contact at ashwebifestival.co.uk, Instagram at ashwebifestival, or visit www.ashwebifestival.co.uk. Ashwebi Festival Gala Night. It's going to be a banger.
I can see everything turning around, everything turning around, everything turning around. for your good. I can see everything turning around, everything turning around, everything turning around for your good. Hallelujah. My name is Pastor Wole Oladinyo. I'm the senior pastor of Clam Omali Ikeja, Lagos, Nigeria. I'm pleased to invite you to join me in divine turnaround trip to the Holy Land of Israel. It's going to be wow. 11th through to 28th of March 2024 through the Fiat of Mountain Ice Travels. God is going to visit you. We're going to visit landmark places where Jesus did miracles, and He's going to touch your case there. He's going to give you that turnaround in the name of Jesus. Register now. You will see the details at the background. Please, let's make it together for this divine turnaround trip to the Holy Land of Israel. You are welcome in the name of Jesus. Turnaround is your portion in Jesus' name. Amen.
On Monday, the 31st of October 2022, the China Harbour Engineering Enterprise, a subsidiary of China Harbour Engineering Company Limited, which is the engineering, procurement, and construction contractor for the $1.5 billion Lekki Deep Sea Port, announced the completion of the construction of the port. The port is one of the biggest deep sea ports in West Africa, expected to generate $361 billion revenue for the Nigerian government, while also providing close to 200,000 job opportunities for the nation's teeming unemployed youths. The Lekki Deep Sea Port is built over 90 hectares of land at the center of the Lagos Free Trade Zone, approximately 60 kilometers east of Lagos. It is the first deep sea port in Nigeria. The multi-purpose deep sea port will serve as an important gateway for containerized dry and liquid bulk cargo vessels. The seaport is one of the most modern ports in West Africa and supports the growth of commercial operations in the region. Construction of the $1.5 billion deep sea port began in December 2017, and the project was expected to be completed in 2020. But due to the COVID-19 pandemic, it was pushed forward to 2022. It will be recalled that on Wednesday, October 23, 2019, the Lagos State Governor, Mr. Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu, signed a $629 million financing facility with the Chinese Development Bank. This is aimed at completing the Lekki Deep Sea Port project. According to the agreement, in 30 months, Nigeria's first deep sea port will be delivered in Lekki Free Zone. The signing of the agreement has no doubt put to rest all kinds of reservations concerning the speedy delivery of the seaport venture. The project has enormous capacity not only to stimulate the Lagos economy, but equally to push it up in the index of largest economies of the world. The Lekki Deep Sea Port is the first deep sea port in Nigeria and the container transportation hub in Africa. The multipurpose Lekki Port has liquid and dry bulk terminals to serve container vessels of up to 8,000 20-foot equivalent units, dry bulk vessels, and liquid bulk cargo vessels. The 9-kilometer long and 19-meter deep navigation channel and a 600-meter wide turning basin will be built to allow vessels to approach or leave the port. A 1,500 meters breakwater structure and a 300-meter secondary breakwater structure will be constructed for safe landing of vessels. Other facilities at the port include a 6-kilometer long and 14.5 deep approach channel, quay wall, cargo handling cranes, and 3 19 deep liquid jetties.
3 container berths will be featured at the container terminal, and this include 1,200 meter long and 60 meter deep quay wall, 13 quay cranes, and a storage yard with a capacity of 15,000 ground slots. The storage space can be increased by stacking containers. The container terminal will be able to handle 2.7 million 20-foot equivalent units a year. Undoubtedly, the development of the seaport is strategic to the growth of Lekki Free Trade Zone. The project, which is expected to make immense impact on the nation's economy, is capable of creating more than 200,000 jobs and generating about $350 billion in revenue for the state over the period of the concession. The project is strategic for the economic growth of Lekki Free Zone. It will support the massive industrial and petrochemical complex being embarked upon in the northern and southern quadrant of the zone, with investment of over the next 3 years peaking at over $20 billion. With Lekki Airport in view, there will be an emergence of a Hapo City, which will be internationally connected by air and also with world-class integrated transport network of roads, rails, and bridges. It will generate up to $201 billion in revenue to state and federal agencies through taxes, duties, and royalties, and this will in turn boost the GDP of the nation. It will lead to an industrial revolution in the real estate sector due to the influx of trade, commerce, and investment as a result of the Lekki Free Zone. And this will lead to a potential direct and indirect investment opportunities for both real estate developers and foreign investors.
I can see everything turning around, everything turning around, everything turning around for your good. I can see everything turning around, everything turning around, everything turning around for your good. Hallelujah. My name is Pastor Wole Oladinyo. I'm the senior pastor of Clam Omali Ikeja, Lagos, Nigeria. I'm pleased to invite you to join me in divine turnaround trip to the Holy Land of Israel. It's going to be wow. 11th through to 28th of March 2024 through the Fiat of Mountain Ice Travels. God is going to visit you. We're going to visit landmark places where Jesus did miracles, and He's going to touch your case there. He's going to give you that turnaround in the name of Jesus. Register now. You will see the details at the background. Please, let's make it together for this divine turnaround trip to the Holy Land of Israel. You are welcome in the name of Jesus. Turnaround is your portion in Jesus' name. Amen.
It's Ashwebi Festival Gala Night 2023. Everyone is a celebrity at Ashwebi Festival Gala Night. So come dressed in your avant-garde styled outfits designed with indigenous fabrics and textiles. Date Thursday, 26th October 2023. Time 5 p.m. prompt. Venue Grand Sapphire Hotel and Banqueting, 45 Imperial Way, Croydon, CR0 4RR, United Kingdom. Get your tickets on Eventbrite. Standard £145 with £20 discount with Tap Send. Special offer, group bookings for tables of 10 plus available at £1,200. 2-hour red carpet, canapes, drinks, cocktail reception, and 3-course dinner. Crowning of the first ever Ashwebi King and Queen. Come and participate and be up for winning one of the special awards on the night. Could it be you? Live entertainment and much more. For more information, contact at ashwebifestival.co.uk, Instagram at Ashwebi Festival, or visit www.ashwebifestival.co.uk. Ashwebi Festival Gala Night. It's going to be a banger.
Hello and welcome to Newspaper Review. I am Olakwejo Ajilagba. Today on Newspaper Review, I'm going to begin with The Punch. The Punch today, Tuesday, October 10, 2023, and for my first story for The Punch, I'll begin with Israeli-Hamas conflict. Federal government warns pilgrims against illegal trips. Lagos suspends airlifting. 310 pilgrims evacuated from Jordan. Death toll nears 1,500. That's on page 2. To read about the Israeli-Hamas conflict, you can read that on page 2 as death toll now nears 1,500. 4 consulted to fix dilapidated pipelines, and that's on page 20. Federal government denies subsidy return. More fuel stations shut. NNPCL blames pockets of fuel queues on road delays. 25 refinery licenses idle over subsidy, says Kyari. And that story is on page 19. To furthermore read on the federal government denying subsidy return, and that's on page 19. Slain lawyer. Lagos NBA welcomes death sentence for killer cop. Bolani Rahim was killed by this cop and he's been sentenced. You can read that story on pages 4 and 5. Domestic airlines demand jet fuel import license. Forex, and that's on page 20. Concerns as commercial sex workers invade Lagos malls. Lawmen, and that's on pages 4 and 5 to read about that. And for my last story for The Punch, Aida Tiwa drops suit against Ondo Assembly. Akeredolu, that's the deputy governor of Ondo State, Lucky Aida Tiwa, drops suit against Ondo Assembly and Akeredolu, and that's on page 8. That's the last story for The Punch. I'll be moving on to a New Telegraph. New Telegraph today, Tuesday, October 10, 2023, and I'll begin with my first story for New Telegraph. Forex squeeze. Value of Nigeria's drug imports drops by 41% to 303 billion naira. And you can read that story on page 3. And for the next story, more women needed in reshaping Nigeria. Remi Tinubu tax police women to address rape, human trafficking. Others, that's the First Lady of Nigeria, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, and she's tasking police women to address rape, human trafficking, and others. And that story is on page 2. PFN condemns Hamas militant attack on Israel, says boundaries of humanity crossed, and that's on page 4. NPHCDA, Yobe records 107 diphtheria deaths, 1,796 suspected cases. That's a big one there, big number. That's on page 26 to read about the cases, the death cases of diphtheria. You can read that on page 26. Omobalale Rahim, court sentences ASP Vandi to death by hanging. Yes, it's been sentenced to death by hanging, and you can read that story on page 6. Bad roads, rivalry, liable for fuel queues. Kyari says government to not subsidizing fuel as NNPCL recovers full costs from imported products. Firm now sole importer of fuel has over 1.4 billion liters of product in marine land. Nigeria to become net exporter of petroleum products. by 2024. That story is on pages 2, 3, and 5. Israeli-Hamas war. Lagos suspends airlift of Christian pilgrims to Israel. That's on page 7. Africa to get third seat at IMF Executive Board. And that's on page 25. Anambra, police arrest 129, recover 25 stolen vehicles, 26 guns. The IGP announces amnesty period for gunmen. You can read that on pages 6 and 29. 12 kg cooking gas price rises to 13,500. NLNG seeks urgent action to secure gains from gas. We sold for 9,500 many weeks ago before it jumped to 10,000, 12,000, and now 13,500. That's on page 4. Interior Minister. Passport to home delivery begins February 2024. End-to-end application process automated. Visa application process to follow suit. Lament BVN duplication in banks, passport orders. And that's on page 3 to read about the passport home delivery as it begins February 2024. For my last story here for New Telegraph, WHO introduces HPV vaccine to curb cervical cancer in girls. And that's on page 26, and also the last story for New Telegraph. And for my next newspaper, which is this day newspaper today, Tuesday, October 10, 2023, and for my first story here for this day, begin with 50% capacity, NLNG train H no longer feasible, says Mishibila. Blames situation on oil thefts, scarcity of feed gas supply. That's the Nigerian Liquefied Natural Gas Limited, NLNG. And that story is on page 25. Court adjourns on Joe Deputy Governor's suit to encourage reconciliation. And that's on page 27. Slain lawyer, killer cop, ASP Vandi to die by hanging. And you can read that story on page 25. Yes, the court sentenced the ASP after finding him guilty of the murder of the pregnant lawyer, that's Bolanle Rahim. And you can read that story on page 25. Kiari, Nigeria to be net exporter of refined petroleum products next year, says Tinubu saved NNPC from going bankrupt by removing fuel subsidy. That's the group chief executive officer of Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, Mele Kyari. And you can read that on page 25. And it's predicting that the country could become a key exporter of refined petroleum products from next year. And that story is on page 25. Israel amounts war death toll tops 1,500 as Gaza Strip is bombed. Gun battles rage for third day. And that's on page 26. And also the last story here for this day. I'll be moving on to Vanguard newspaper today, Tuesday, October 10, 2023. And for my first story here for Vanguard. E-Naira no threat to financial stability, says CBN. That's on page 19. Warri concert. Davido organizes at war over non-appearance. You can read that story on page 7. The back and forth between Davido and organizers of the Warri concert. You can read that on page 7. Japa. Federal government okays engagement of retired health workers on contract basis. And that's on page 8. Petrol subsidy not back. Kyari, NNPCL CEO. That's on page 9. Spoke about that earlier too. A recall of ambassadors. Envoy stranded as federal government foot drags on implementation. No machinery in motion for envoys return. Sources say ambassadors yet to receive AIE's cash backing. I won't return without getting my entitlement. Envoy insists. Overzealous politicians pressuring, hurting the process. Ambassador Keshu. Note, they've destroyed Foreign Affairs Ministry, and you can read that story on page 5. Court sentences cop to death for killing Lagos lawyer. And that's on page 6. Read on that. How Obasanjo, Soyinka Akintoye ordered secured my release. Sunday Igboho. And you can read about the Sunday Igboho story on page 10. And he's saying Obasanjo, former President Soyinka Wole Soyinka Akintoye, others secured his release, and that story is on page 10. Israel intensifies attack and forces total blockade of Gaza. Cuts power supply, food, fuel, drugs. Hamas threatened to kill hostages. Shooters back Palestinians. You can read that story on page 25. The idea of the leaders of the Southeast geopolitical zone coming together in a summit is commendable. However, beyond rhetoric will also be the need to match words with action. That's on page 17 according to Adibe. Tinubu appoints Fela Durotoye, 4 others in his media team. It's a new appointment there, and you can read about the appointment on page 8. Diphtheria. Yobe records 117 deaths, 1,796 suspected cases. That in Yobe alone, and you can read that on page 13 about the diphtheria records in Yobe State, and that's on page 13. And for my last story here for Vanguard, a Siemens coach at Napoli faces sack, and that's on page 30, and it's in the sports section. And the last story for Vanguard newspaper. For Nigerian Tribune, I'm moving on to Nigerian Tribune now today, Tuesday, October 10, 2023, and for my first story for Nigerian Tribune. Nigerians growing as cost of 12.5 kg cooking gas rises by 30%. That's a big number right there. That story is on page 4. Furthermore, read on the cost of cooking gas, the way it's rising, and now it's by 30%, and that's a big number there, and that's on page 4. Oil prices jump as Israel-Hamas war raises concerns over Middle East tensions. That's on page 6. 99,985 Nigerian students left for UK universities in 5 years. That's a big number. That's according to federal government, and that's on page 5. Presidential election report. UK knocks European Union. That's on page 16. That's the Minister of FCT news on Wiki. That story is on page 16 to furthermore read on that. Igbo unite with family in Germany. And that's on page 11. Federal government no longer paying fuel subsidy, Kyari affirms.